Hey, welcome back to Blueprints. It's day 42, which means that this day should hold all the answers. No, but seriously, today my plan is to figure out what's up with the diary of Lady Abson, and I really hope that I can get the tomb today. I'm not gonna go after either the clock tower or the Baron Baffler puzzle, because like the clock tower still, I just need to probably write it down. I just haven't had the time yet. The Baron Baffler, on the other hand, that still baffles me. Like, there are so many things in there, like, I wouldn't even know what they are. You know what? Let's go for the shrine instead. We have, like, so much money. There's nothing. I'm just gonna finish my thought here in a second after I throw in... You know what? Let's throw in all the money. Can I don't know, speed this up? No, apparently not. Let's throw in 32 coins. And confirm. Let's hope it's not the other one. Oh, wait, this is like a new one I had like no idea about. The Blessing of the Berry Picker. By drafting, instead of picking a floor plan, you can pick a berry. If you do, draft a floor plan at random from your draft pool, disregarding rarity. I don't know what that means actually. I mean, I'm guessing it means something important, but... why would I want a berry? Anyway, I wanted to finish my thoughts. So the Baron Bafflers, they are baffling me because, like, for example, one of the hints is basically about something that informs you that school's out. I live in Germany. This has never happened to me. I wouldn't even know what the German equivalent is called. How am I supposed to know what it is in English, right? Things like those. Maybe there's like a hint I could figure out. Maybe if I get like enough dictionaries out there, I could figure it out, but it just takes some time, and maybe I can find like an easier Baron Baffler. Well, I'm at it. How many parlor games do I have? 38, so 2 more, that should be doable. You know what? Before I do anything else, pick a wild berry. I want to know what that means. Okay, there are 3. The vault! Oh! But we have... one of them disappeared, so we have 3 berries. I don't know why I want to eat berries, though. I can get like a lot of money. Ooh, the keycard, that's amazing. So I need to absolutely get the, what's it called? The code check? Almost forgot the name again. Like, for some reason, the name of the code check is like so hard to me. I don't know why. We still have like this one, but we do have, like, there are multiple keys. One of them is in the code check, and we've seen more of them. You know what? I'm gonna try to get the code check. But I also need to get more, before I eat like more berries, I need to get more pathways first. So I'm gonna try that, and then we will continue with the berries. You know what? I'm gonna pick a berry here actually, because I don't want to pick the archives yet, and I want to know what this does. And otherwise it's just like a dead end anyway. So we have a good chance here. Another dead end. Okay, now I really have to make sure that I can... No, wait, I have the key card. I don't actually have to be worried. I can just go via the foundation. Still though, this is kind of sad because we are only getting 1 key. Aww. But we can at least see what the stars have in store for us today. Before I continue, this is the gems. Okay, apple and key. That's not too bad, Ooh, telescope. Neat, I can just return and get even more gems. I mean, it's like +5 gems. That's amazing. And another key. I mean, I take that. Telescope time. Look at all those treasures. I can actually afford stuff. One more dog. We still don't have a shovel here. Kind of rude. Do I want to pick another wild berry here? I do have a path forward, but alternatively I could also just take the garage. Because I can continue there anyway, so I don't need the West Wing Hall here. Sure, let's pick the wild berry. I want to know what that means. This is the 3rd one. Okay, this also just brings us over the patio. Jam and apple. And this is still like the hint about below. I still don't really get it. Because this is supposed to be like one of the hints that continues this. Maybe it just tries to tell me that there is a dig spot that is important for something else. Because the other hint that we had figured out, and that was the one in the nook, there was like we could see like the book and stuff. Like there were hints about like other stuff. I still believe that this shovel is important in some way, shape or form, because it's in the one more clue. What was it called? The one more clue? Something with a new clue book. There was like the list of all the rooms that I have somewhere in here, and I am still kind of confused about it. Yeah, it's the patio. So here it's the nook, the office, and the pantry. I don't get the pantry because there's only that one text about like the 50 steps to learn about like how valuable the different fruits are, basically. The office, I think, is the hint about the like the safe, maybe. Otherwise, I would have like no idea. The nook, we have seen that one, right? It's like the reading place, and the patio would be this one. So I don't know. Maybe I'm also overthinking this. Maybe the hints aren't actually that massive. Like this hint, this is like kind of what I'm talking about, like the journey not worthy, and then we have like this hint in here, and it's telling us how the other puzzle works. So I'm kind of confused about that. Obviously, I don't have a magnifying glass currently, but it tells you like about the math puzzle here on the left side and right side. Might be about the pictures, from what I remember. And yeah, the berries are just gone. Apparently, it's apparently just 3 rerolls. Basically, it's if you do not want any of those rooms, then you can reroll once. That's not the worst thing. It's just kind of interesting. Anyway, we do have the drafting studio, so I really want to have that one. I don't need the conference room. I can go via the chapel again, so that's fine. Let's see what's in it today. I mean, we do know about the solarium, the classroom we already got, and the dormitory. I feel like I want to get the solarium. Like, the classroom we can get another way, even though I would like to change the rarity of those rooms. But it's fine. Solarium, this one was also inside of the list in a new clue. I'm gonna have to... I probably should get the book again, because I don't want to look too far into like old episodes. I mentioned this before, I don't like doing this. I just do it while editing, and maybe like in the next episode I might look back like once. But I'm not a big fan of like looking into like episodes 10 or so before the one I'm currently recording. It's just like not as much fun. So I'm gonna get the solarium. A quaint floral sitting room surrounded entirely by tinted glass panes. This room is ideal for tea in the afternoons or getting some sun without the hassle of going outside. Yeah, I'm gonna get that one. It's also a green room, and then I'm gonna go back here. I do that like most of the time. I didn't do it this time. I'm gonna get a new clue again, and the next time, like next run, I'm just gonna return here and reread some passages that had to do with like this room. Hopefully it's going to help. Okay, doesn't actually do anything if I click this again. And I've connected to the lab, so it's time to set up an experiment. I still would like to... I guess I'm just gonna get the allowance one, right? Like I've mentioned this before, I don't really need it, but the rest isn't really that interesting. So 1 allowance every time I spend 2 gems drafting a room. I do have a bunch of gems, so why not? It's probably more fun than the shop room. I mean, that would also be fine. Sure, let's just get the... I already have like 2 shops or so, right? Yeah, let's get the 2 gems. It's fine. I'm gonna probably spend those. I still need to get the trophy room anyway, so that's totally going to happen. At least we're getting a shovel over here. That's nice. So maybe there's just like a room where we have to dig, you know? I feel like that's still kind of related to the patio somehow. I guess it's time for the parlor game then. Weird place to have that one, but still, you know, we still have to continue. There are like 2 more before we get the trophy. This box does not contain the gems. The other 2 boxes are true. And this box contains the gems. Okay, let's start with like the obvious ones. This one cannot be true, because if it were true, then this one would be true and the other 2 would also be true, and according to the rules that's not possible unless they change them. I hope they didn't. Okay, yeah, the rules are still the same, just had to make sure. So this one has to be false, which means that there's a second false one. Okay, this box does not contain the gems. And this one, okay, this is actually interesting, because if this box contains the gems, and this would be true, then this one would also automatically also be true, because it does not contain the gems, right? So these 2 would be true at the same time, which means that this one would also be true because the other 2 boxes are true. Which means that this one cannot be true. This one has to be false. If it is false, then it obviously does not contain the gems, which means that one of the other two contains the gems. If this one is... Okay. This is also important, because this one is false, this one is also automatically false, which means that this one has to be true, because, again, like, every single time one of them has to be at least true, which means that this one does not contain a gem. Since these two do not contain the gems have to be in this box. Yeah, and I'm starting my streak again, I hope. Ooh, allowance has been raised. Wait, did I click? Oh no, wait. I was just kind of confused there because I bought a shop. Obviously, this one also cost 2 gems, so, you know, it's a double whammy. Emerald bracelet is the gems. I feel like that would go against the experiment. Master key, okay. We do not have the pendant this time. We do have the chronograph. And we have the silver spoon. I don't really care about those currently. Like, the master key would be decent, but I obviously don't have the money for that one. I have reached rank 8, so I'm gonna get the money again, I would say, because I do have the chapel. So that's actually a good idea, so I can get like 80 coins in case I really need the master key. Oh! I mean, I'm gonna take the code check. That's perfect actually, because I can just go back then. Let me get the vault key. Perfect, and let's open the vault box. And now for the vault. Which key was it? It's the 3 or 4. So it's around here. 3 or 4. Use the key. It's an upgrade disc. It's another... Ooh. It's another passport. Wait a second. This is actually something I want to check with this one. No, okay, we do already have this one. This is the Fan Areas one. Is this another region? It's also Fan Areas, okay, so it doesn't actually help me. I thought maybe I could figure out something else. Oh, yeah, we do have the confirmation. Ribbon Jean, okay. Yeah, same pictures. This is not compromised though. So you definitely used a lot of passports, like a lot of faked ones. Wait, do you 7956? Okay, 56 still though. Like the same year, but definitely another date. 11084. 11084, and 10 years later they expired. Okay, but still the same. Interesting. Are we just going to find like all of these passports? I don't really know the layout of like an international passport, I have to say. Like, I would have to look at my own if that's like quite realistic. But since I don't have a diplomatic pass, probably I would assume that they are different. FA Fan Areas probably, right? And then 81, 52, 32? 81, 51, 12, so the number is actually different. 455. I don't know where I would use those though. Also, it's really interesting that you're using the exact same photo, by the way. I don't know if that's smart, but it could be an issue if like people just remember the faces, right? Like put them into like a database. To be fair, we are in like the 90s, or like at that point still 80s probably, right? So that kind of technology probably wasn't as, you know, as completed, let's gonna call it that, right? There were probably some issues in there, so they probably didn't have like recognition software like that. Okay. I mean, I do have an upgrade disc, but otherwise, why is this side? I mean, here both sides are like bright, I'm gonna call them, and this one's just a darker side for some reason, okay. I mean, it's open, but I would assume that we need more keys now, because I've definitely seen at least 2 more keys, I wanna say. And I hope I can get like more than just a passport. Anyway, I guess time to explore again. Seriously? How did I miss that all the time? Gosh dang it, there's not something else I can activate. Okay, now I need the fire stuff again. Why do I not pay attention to candles? What would open here? Like, I was always kind of surprised by like this thing because it blocks like the window, so I'm guessing you're going to disappear? Something like it? I mean, I'm curious now. Gonna get the locksmith here and see if I can get like a special key. Maybe even lockpicking kit. You know, that's actually not too bad to have just because I'm going to the upper ranks and then I will need a lot more keys. Would be nice to just save on some of those. Secret garden key isn't too bad. I'm also going to get like 3 more keys. I do have some money. And then I'm probably fine with that. I'm also going to open... I don't have like a sledgehammer, but I'm going to open some of the trunks that I've seen. Okay, I'm currently thinking... Okay, we started... Like, okay, I should probably start somewhere else. Okay, my thought process currently is that we have another one of the saves here. And I think there's the only thing that gives us a hint is that they are kind of worried about getting everything in order before Thursday. We started on a Saturday, right? Which is the 7th of November. So 2 days before, it would be 11/5. Okay. It's the day of the funeral? Okay, none of these are correct. Okay, is there like another date that's kind of important? It could be, like, one of the dates I thought might be important could be the date that they made the change to the will, which is the 18th of March. The problem is that happened in the parlor, and I don't know how... Like, I don't think that there is a safe in there, right? Like, we've been in the parlor already. Unless there's one behind the painting. So, still, I'm still gonna try it, right? Okay, definitely not. I don't know. Is there another date? Maybe the date is related to this one. But I still don't know. Like, my issue is that I'm probably still incorrect about like the message, because I need to recheck like things in rank 8 because the word doesn't make sense otherwise. I probably got something wrong. I need to check like everything here. Maybe I can get the workshop. I do have the workshop technically in my pool over here. That would be amazing. But it doesn't mean that I have to go via the foundation. But I can try that. That shouldn't be like too bad. Is there like 2 empty picture frames here? Also, there's like another thing that I'm always thinking about. So I mentioned this before. Like, whenever I see a globe, I see like this watch symbol, right? I thought maybe if we have the watchtower and change something, then the globes are going to change. Because I still don't know why there's like this clock face down there. Which doesn't really make sense to me. Also, I should probably check when I'm here. I mean, does this look like our continent? I mean, I do remember the island over here. And then you have the big island over there. Right, because you have like this split in 3, but if I feel like... Does this look correct? I mean, like, my drawing isn't the best, obviously. That's actually quite awful, but I feel like the way the water splits like the northern half, or like the northern third of the continent is kind of off. Maybe it's not. Looking at my own drawing there is this... There's definitely a split like this, okay. So I mightn't be correct. But there's things missing. Wait a second. Would be nicer if I could run around here. This is the big island, so then we have like this, I'm gonna call it like the rainbow island that goes like this, kind of like half a rainbow, and then there should be some islands below there. That's fine. But there should be... Yeah, this looks kind of off. This island, there should be something more to the north. According to my drawings, right? There's like something missing here. Huh. I don't know how much that matters here, but it might also just be my drawing that just looks kind of off because they're projecting it onto a sphere and I have like everything on like a flat surface. Obviously it's going to look different, but still I had to check. I mean, alternatively, maybe it's not a date. Maybe it's just the number 44? Okay, I had to try. I don't think I'm gonna figure this one out too easily. So I'm currently connecting to the camera again because there's something I wanna check. Okay, the new cutscene of the Rumpus room that we got in the last episode actually is below here. So I'm guessing there are 2 more actual cutscenes that are not related to the Rumpus room and one last Elzara cutscene. It's like how I would interpret this layout. That's fine. But we also want to use the upgrade disc here, which is the other reason why I came back. Upgrade! Give me something good, give me something good! Guest bedroom, oh. I mean, I do draw that one quite a lot, so... Hidden effect of a random bedroom in your draft pool? Guest bedroom. Guest bedroom, if you enter antechamber today, you add 2 to your allowance. Not too bad. If you have tomb on the estate today, get an additional 4 rerolls. Ooh. Geist bedroom. Oh, I do love the puns though. Oh, quest, not guest bedroom. Okay, the puns are great. Okay, here's the thing. Hidden effect of a random bedroom in your draft pool. We could get a ton of keys in here. We could get better bedrooms. We could have this count as 2 bedrooms. We could get a bonus, like for the... we could get more steps later we draft this, because we could get the Lordship Chamber, we could get the Ladyship Chamber where we are buffing like the other ones. I feel like the guest bedroom is kinda neat, but I'm guessing we don't actually know what we are getting. This one's interesting. Okay, here's the thing that why I think this is interesting. I currently want to get the tomb. The tomb is quite nice to get a lot of money in general, which is why getting the tomb isn't actually a bad upgrade in general, while most of the outside rooms aren't actually that interesting once you've solved them. In my opinion, at least, like, I really do not care about like more dig spots on the estate, unless there's like an achievement for getting enough dig spots. What else? Like the schoolhouse is decent, but only until you're done with those quests, probably. But the tomb has like a decent effect otherwise. Like getting 2 extra wait. I just realized you're losing the plus 10 steps. Okay, I'm not gonna get that one. So the guest bedroom is actually not that great because you're losing the plus 10 steps. I might go for the like the quest bedroom, because I still want to keep the steps. The steps are like what's mainly important, in my opinion. But the guest one just sounds fun. I'm gonna gamble. I like gambling, you know? By the way, I definitely have the casino in today's draft. I should probably go for that one at some point. Maybe when I have more than 2 coins, let's be honest, because I cannot win the slots machine with just 2 coins. We do have the workshop here. Do I want to get the workshop in this slot though? Is this one where I'm sure we are in rank 6 and it would be 6-2? I don't actually have that one. Like at all. I'm guessing it's going to be an A for gates, but maybe like if this one is not an A, then I am going to be... Okay, it's an A. So I'm correct about the small gates, but I still don't really get the rest here. But getting the battery pack, which I'm getting here all the time, is actually not too bad. Wait, do you have anything to make a lighter? I need the other thing to do that. Also, I do have a sledgehammer. If I get the lever, that would be amazing, because I can check out the outside. Ooh, I have like a lot of ideas now. But I do need the, what's it called, the metal detector to make a lighter, so I can get back to... There's so much to do. I really have been enjoying this run already, just because I've noticed some small things here. We do have the Rumpus room here again. That's actually not the worst idea to get that one, just to get the, what I presume is the last cutscene. Also some money, in case I go gambling, you know? Well, time to insert a coin. And listen to the great Elzara.
And as it was foretold, I am awakened. the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to impart to you one final vision. In the dim, I see cavern walls of stone. A hollow lit by a sea of 1,000 burning stars. I see a treasure buried beneath the cliff rocks. A black mirror hidden among the memories of the falling sands. And within the black mirror, I see a figure. A figure standing in sullen snow. All of what I have told you, my young baron, I wish you to now know. Until we meet again some distant day, I will have nothing more to say.
Okay. Few things. I was definitely right about like missing the Black Bridge for the entire time because we've seen a bridge near the lake house. I'm guessing this is Black Bridge, right? Would make sense because otherwise we have not really heard about like another bridge. We have seen the underground again, so this is going to be important. We had the mirror. My guess is that the mirror is behind the locked gate. I don't know how to open that gate yet, like in the underground, right? They're talking about like the treasure beneath the cliff. Maybe this is related to the wall that I want to break open. What else? The infinity symbol. We have seen that one in one of the paintings in the gallery before. Have we seen it somewhere else? Again, like I'm always calling like infinity symbol, but it's the 8 because for some reason 8s are just written like infinity symbols, but there were 6 statues there. Why? What does that remind me of? I might have to rewatch that one later on, but I technically can. And I was right about this being the last vision just because of the layout of the other thing. Now the question is what happens if I enter the Rumps room again now that I have done so? Because I am not quite sure. I hope they're not talking about the fact that below that there's like the treasure, the chess thing. I hope that's not what they're talking about. I think that there's something else still. Still though, I'm just gonna accept that for now and continue with my exploration. Ooh, another map. That's nice. Also, was it just a metal detector? I can kind of reach that room if I'm getting lucky. It's in the middle of it all. This is quite a late one, actually. Okay, the question is, do I want to make the lighter now that I go back? Like, the issue is that I have to actually take a lot of steps there, but it should be doable. I do have running shoes. So my plan is to go via the workshop. I have to go via that one anyway. Go down here, visit the chapel, activate whatever is inside of here, and then go the long way around. Alternatively, I could go via the drawing room and quickly get like the last 2 rooms. I might actually do that first. Also, I just noticed like there's the gem bracelet that you can get in the showroom. I think that's the same one, right? Whoever you may be, I am terrible with like all of the names, but I feel like that's probably the same item. Also, I missed the gem. And the lever. Wait. I missed the lever. Oh, that's actually perfect because I still want to break that thing. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm so gonna do it. This might be a great run again. The power hammer. And the burning glass. That should be enough. I don't think I can build anything else, right? This is, by the way, the one I'm talking about. It's the emerald bracelet, yeah. Let's just get the billiard room just to solve another one of those puzzles real quick. I mean, it's still just math, as long as it doesn't confuse me. 15, ooh, that's a lot of math. Negative 10, 3, 6, 2... 1, still 1... Nothing in the middle? Interesting. 32. Negative 10... Negative 5, 25, 15. Where's the 15? There's the 15. And just regular keys, okay. First thing on the list, let's get in here and light some candles. I mean, that's something? Is there like money inside of you? Why? The Keeper of Ties. The chapel's resident guardian, tasked with the sacred duty of keeping the money accumulated from chapel offerings. Ooh. So I can get my money back here. Don't want to break it though. Okay. This wasn't as big of a mystery as I had hoped. But I'm guessing I already spent like 20-30 gold in here. But I really don't want to break you. Or do I? Is it worth to wait? Not really, because I have like the other thing, right? I'm sorry, Keeper, but the Keeper of Ties can only be broken once. Are you sure you want to break him now? Okay, you know what? I do like that they're giving me that confirmation. You know what? I'm gonna keep it for a run where I need like a few more coins. That's probably worth it, right? Now let's see if I'm correct about all the other stuff are down here. I hope I am, because otherwise I don't really know what the crack is all about. Should be here. Yes. Oh yes, we can break a wall. Love it. Castle? But there's always something on the side. Okay, my theory is obviously that it's like a sentence with like 3-letter words. So, what's a 3-letter word that could start a question or something? Like, my theory is like something can... It's probably not with 2 S here, so can heir see the lids? I don't know. This is another mystery I have no idea about. Wait, can... Castle. Is there a place where we can enter 3-letter words? I mean, I do have it on camera now. I would have to think about this. Would it be related to chess? Right, like the move where you move the what do you call it in English? Like the rook? Oh, but it's castling, right? That's what it's called, right? It's not something I'm just imagining because of language stuff, right? Alternatively, what could it be? Maybe end at the end? I feel like I just need to combine like a lot of words, like, but again, I'm gonna have to do that like between episodes. I feel like don't get me wrong, I love thinking about those puzzles, but I feel like they make for like terrible just like material to record. I like to get like something to put into the episode. I can't just sit here and like scribble some words down, but like, see, like the first word should probably be can, so it's like a question. E could be end. That's like the first one that I'm thinking about. L for lit. Hmm. The only reason, like, I thought about like Litten and maybe something like Amber, but obviously too long, right? It can't be something like that. A T could be could be two, right? Like there are not that many words that are that short, right? S for sun, right? Like if it's a message to us. Can any sun to lit end? They're not talking about the dead end, obviously, here, even though I still believe that I have to kind of reach the dead end. Did I get anything that's like fitting here? I mean, wait. I mean, most of the stations that I've seen, wait, how many stations are those? 1, 2, 3, 4, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would fit. Okay, but the issue is, my theory is like most of them are like stations, or like the stations comprise of like 2 words, except for the second to last one. So what I'm thinking currently is like, okay, what if the first one is like C and then we have like the Royal Station, RS, CRS? Doesn't really make sense, right? Unless we are supposed to read like up down then? Angel Tower would be the second one. So rare. But this would be an A again, it's Areas Crossing. So CAA. Tanner Fork, so it would be T again here. O the D. CATOD doesn't. Okay, I might be overthinking this. Maybe this is completely unrelated. The only reason why I'm thinking that could be this is because of that. Alternatively, we do have the numbers as well, right? So like we start at 8. So C08, A07, S03, T10, L01, and E13. But doesn't really help either, right? Might just be overthinking this. Might just be completely unrelated and I'm just seeing something here. What can I do with that though? I mean, in any case, I still need to go for the treasure map before I forget, because I will forget, so I guess I'm gonna do that now. Ooh. I kind of wanted to reach the antechamber, but I could get the solarium. To be fair, like the antechamber doesn't actually do too much for us. Maybe we can learn something new here. Wait, is that just another puzzle? I say like just as if this would be like amazing, but still. Let me first look at the stuff around here. Why? I mean, dig spots, sure. Another coin, why not? You have a hat here. Mr. Nogula? Do we know one with that name? Don't think so. Let me check the other. Robert Nogula. We do have them. The groundskeeper, okay. That's the new one, right? Yeah, that's the new one. And wanted me to remind you once again that it is expected of you to keep the grass in the cloister cut and the trees trimmed. I have a feeling you may have forgotten how to open the cloister wall again. So to save you some stern words, I decided to draw you a little diagram to help you out. Who knows, maybe this time it will stick. Sympathetically, Bridget. Do we know her? Don't think we have you in the list already. Oh, wait. You're the one who has to pick items up for the pantry. Okay, I do know you. Cloister grounds access. While face to face with the angel, press the base of the 2 pillars on either side of you. I knew something was up with that one. Okay, so we can enter that one. That's cool. Also puzzle. How do I... Okay, I just have to get closer. Okay, let me remember the rules. Green did what? Yellow goes up or down? Goes up. Oh yeah, green switches sides, right? Okay, wait. And we have green on the sides. Okay. So we want to do this. We want to get you here so I can get you over there. Move that one and then that one. Well, that was easy enough. Allowance token, nice. Okay, I was sure that something was off with the cloister. I just need to get it now. Can I get it somehow? I need to go to this spot here as well because of the map, right? It's the one below the antechamber? Yeah, okay. So I make sure that I can reach that. But before I do, maybe let's use the secret garden key just because I can. It's so nice to be here, and we also get a guaranteed last room. There wasn't anything to do here unless I want to enter the antechamber, and I can't really do that from here because I can't get the south lever. Huh. I mean, it's just nice to use that one. Also, I want to check out the conservatory, you know, now that I have the option. Maybe there's a room that we can... Drafting studio? Make that one commonplace, please. I want to finish the drafting studio. I need to get it every single run. And then we can pull it back into the, you know, the rarest option. Vestibule. Don't really care about it. Let's put it rare. Master bedroom. Can stay rare for now. I don't really need it. So let's just keep it at that. And the trophy room again. It's taunting me so much. Every single time I don't have any gems left. I don't have the option to buy any either, right? Dark room it is then. We at least have this option here, which is nice because that means that I can at least see the rarity of the rooms. Could that be the cloister? Sadly I can't check my list, but I feel like cloister is rare. Or like uncommon and costs 2? Do I risk it? Yeah, I'm gonna risk it. Allowance has been raised? No, it's this one. It's the dance room, and it gives me 2 gems again. That's perfect, because I need 2. Okay, that's actually not the worst. I also didn't bring my magnifying glass anymore, because I've already used that one up. Right, too bad. I mean, it's the last room anyway, so we should probably check out the mail for the next run, right? I mean, we've gotten a lot of good info today. As the last room, that's not too bad. I can't actually get like an interesting room with a redraw, so I'm gonna get the mail room. Okay, order placed. We still have those 3. Nothing new. That still leaves us with one thing that I can do. I do have the code check over here. It's going to be annoying to reach, but I'm gonna do that real quick, and then I'm gonna store... Do I store the map or do I store the power hammer? I don't need the vault key anymore, which is nice. I would say I'm gonna store the map actually, because it's a very specific treasure map for this spot, and maybe it's going to be in a room that gives us more puzzles. I don't know how that works. And I think it's the best item out of this ones, right? Like, again, like vault key I don't need. Shovel we are getting quite consistently. Telescope is need to have, but like, it's probably the best option to get the map in there. If I even can store it. If I can't, then I'm gonna put the power hammer in there. But I would assume that I can, because I can just get like, the spot is fixed, but I obviously still can get like different rooms in there and stuff, so I'm gonna assume that it just works. Also, while I'm here, it's probably going to be a long cutscene for me again. I just want to make sure... Can I skip this, by the way? Oh, hold to skip. Oh, you can skip everything. That's nice. Okay, I wasn't aware. If you right click apparently, then you can skip stuff. I want to see if I can break anything using my hammer or light anything up here. I don't think I had seen any candles that would let me light stuff up. Still not sure about this one. Yeah, I think this would be the only wall that even seems remotely breakable, and obviously it's not breakable, so I guess this is just it. Then let me go put my items away. This is, by the way, another one of those black mirrors. Obviously it's not the one that we had seen in the vision. The one that I had seen in the vision is the one over there, I bet, just because it's such a big one. Seriously? I was right, it was just a date. I was looking at this stuff and was like, maybe I can get like a shorthand for like one of the different months. I was just like thinking through like all of the months, and I just realized, wait, we have a Y. I can just use May 8. What? What's that? An old castle? I see like a minecart over there. Wait a second, I need to fix my glasses, I think. Yeah, didn't really help. I mean, it's one thing that I didn't expect here. Do I start with this one? Do I start with this one? I'm gonna start with this one. Foreman's log 102, 1916. Wait a sec. I have notes about like the logs. When did they start again? Okay, I have the notes. It started in 1915, so this is actually a decently early one, and it kind of ended in 19... No, wait. January 1916? We had the... No, wait, we talk about the check of the end of digging. How the stuff got started in 1918, so 2 years later, 2.5 about. I probably have like a wrong date written down here because I have a log about the... I'm guessing it's in 1915 then, because they're talking about like the first formal foray into the mountain/excavation, where they built the elevator. And it's also log 20. I definitely had written down the wrong date because I have 1918 in here. That doesn't make sense. Anyway. I knew what we were looking at as soon as we uncovered the first spire, but it wasn't until the first floor plan was unearthed that most of the crew realized that what ruins we were exhuming. The border was the same pitch as the sunless cavern we found it in, a dark trimmed floor plan of ill-fated Orindia. We had found an authentic black print. The sooner we seal the site back up, the better for us all. Treasure trove. +5 for each time you have drafted a treasure trove. Okay. I want to like... I'm gonna be completely honest. I looked at it and I had hoped that I could see like the Infinity 8 symbol, right? And maybe this was related to the one room we had seen in the vision, but apparently it's not quite. I mean, we solved another puzzle, I guess, or like another mystery. This is the first one. May the 8th. Dear Baron Sinclair, to begin, my name is Worth Lordy. My father used to work for your father, the Right Honorable Baron Thomas Sinclair, between the years of 1915 and 1918. Have I never written down? I mean, definitely... I mean, there are notes about that because they were talking about like Thomas Sinclair. Apparently I've written his name wrong because for some reason I thought there was like an H in there. Anyway. The former having died last month at the advanced old age of 89. May he sleep in soot and ash. He left behind his widow, 7 children and 30-odd grandchildren. I write to you today, however, not to inform you of these family affairs of little consequence, but to tell you a little bit about my father. He lived his life towering above us, in solemn silence like many members of his and your father's generation. He never spoke of the work he did in the mountains of Reddington or the famous estate in which he was stationed. he never spoke of the Baron. Not once. I tell you this only to relate that he never betrayed the confidence your father placed in him. The secrets he kept for your family, he took with him underground. His elderly comrades and colleagues from his old mining outfit proved, however, to be not nearly as discreet and considered with their words. During the wake, fueled by a seemingly endless supply of spirits, these venerable gentlemen embarked on a journey down memory lane, recounting as much of the good old days as they could dredge up. While such reminiscences might typically be dismissed as the fanciful ramblings of age, the volume and specificity of their accounts lend a certain credence to their words. Now, me, I am not a presumptive man. I don't presume these stories to be true. I don't presume your house is host to secrets of this magnitude. Yet, I find myself irresistibly drawn to the idea of sharing these tales. True or not, they seem, after all stories, worthy of being heard. I wonder if my current abundance of idle time fuels this urge. Perhaps I have too much time on my hands. Perhaps, if one were to engage me in some worthwhile and profitable enterprise, my eagerness to pass the time by telling stories would be curbed. I eagerly await for your response from your lordship, Mr. Worthlord. We are not blind to the irony of blackmailing you for a blackmail letter. We are not proud to join the endless procession of those who have knocked on your mailbox looking for a handout. Particularly so when our methods lack the refined sophistication and class that this author so effortlessly wields. Yeah, this is Mr. X again, right? Like, do I know about them? I'm gonna have to check my notes here. I do not recognize the name Lord Worth. Obviously, I can find that one in other situations, but I don't think I have this name in my list. So I'm not sure if they actually worked together, right? So that's interesting. That's the 4th letter. We're making progress here. I mean, it's definitely hidden here. We at least know what is hidden here. Kind of. Wait. Floor plan wise, I am not quite sure. I mean, this is where the water is. There's like no connection to that one though. How are you connected to there? I don't think that we can explore this place. That's like the first thing. We do know that some of the pathways were blocked. But it would have been cool, right? I mean, you can still see some of those things. Right, like some of the boxes still there. Not sure if that's possible, but like this game has surprised me so many times already. I wouldn't be surprised if like suddenly we have like a second game in there to explore, right? In any case, I mean, we've made progress. I do love that. That means that we don't necessarily need this place again. Like, I originally just came here because I wanted to check if I can use a power hammer somewhere. But I did know that the 8 was like important on like that that log. So I just tried like all of the dates, and I really... How didn't I notice that there is a Y in there? Like that May is a month that exists. I was the whole time like thinking maybe I can use like March 8? Wait. May the 8th? Wait. I'm gonna have to check the note again. That wasn't even on May the 8th. Why is this date so important? Right, like we opened that, and obviously we have the information that like all of the letters can be reached. To my understanding, I'm talking about like I bet that they are talking about letters here in the you know, the grand puzzle of like all of the rooms with like the paintings. I mean, we do have that like the right 8 dates, crack 8 safes. I'm curious why this is called like a safe, but it is a place of safekeeping, kind of. So the next thing is, this isn't actually a mirror. So I'm not sure what the vision talks about then. There's a mirror inside of the walk-in closet. I mean, there are like a bunch of those like blacked out mirrors that don't really show anything. So I'm not really sure what they are talking about. Because this also doesn't really look like there's any snow there, right? That's the next thing because of the vision. But again, like the visions probably have like some artistic liberty, but I can rewatch that while editing, so that's completely fine. Like I'm rechecking all of the places here just because, you know, I have the sledgehammer, right? I gonna have to test. Did I notice this? Like that the black bridge here is actually the same symbol as on the book? Might have not. Again, there's like one of those corners that just bothers me. There's like something clipping through there and it's making light and bothers me so much, right? Just because it's like a point of interest for my eyes, you know? Not that, you know, minor things like that should be taken that seriously. That's interesting light, by the way. I didn't notice that it worked like that. But yeah, like in this one, we are still not quite sure. Like, we could probably guess about like the weather because it's like the northern area and I think it's described like as snowy, right? Like we could probably figure out like most of the stuff here. And it's also the yellow area, was it? I mean, I've written it down, right? This is the yellow area. And we do know about like some other things about it, but not enough to fully solve it without guessing. And I don't want to guess, you know, we talked about this. I would like to avoid that. This one we actually know a little less about. Maybe I can cheese this by just looking to the sides. Okay, no, that would be silly, but that's the last one. I can also not see anything I can light here. So I'm guessing all there's to do for today is literally just go back and put... I'm still not sure what I want to put in the code check, but I'm gonna put something in there. I still have like a few minutes of walking to figure that one out. By the way, I'm also just checking like all of the different candles here, just in case I missed something. Doesn't seem like there's anything behind the portrait. I just had to check, right? Like I feel like something in here might be important. But maybe not, you know, maybe just not, right? Like the only reason why I'm thinking that is because, again, the will was recorded here for some reason. I'm not sure why though. Wait a second. Are you seeing this? I just noticed this in the face. Since when? So this is where another save is. Okay. Now the question is, when? Okay. I should have paid attention to this earlier, but yeah, I mean, now that I see it, right, like, again, like, I'm paying just attention to everything. I was, like, clicking around here. For some reason, I apparently did never look at this one, even though I tried to light stuff. Obviously, this is not a candle, but still. Okay. Which date could this one be? This obviously could be the day of the funeral, which would have been the Friday before we started. And I'm great at remembering stuff, so it would be the 6th. But you write it like this, right? Maybe when we started? Or the other way around, because for some reason there's like one date that doesn't work like that. I don't know. It could be the day of the will again. I have written that one down. So it would be 0318. I don't know if the first one was accepted because I was tapped out there. Okay. I mean, it would have been the parlor. Do I know anything about this room when the painting was drawn? Can I figure that one out somehow? Is there something off? I mean, it could be 2, 3, just thinking about the fact that, you know, there are like 2 still here and there's a third one here. Maybe it's like the amount of arrows in here. It's just about the drawing. Okay, but we again found something at least, and I'm very happy about that, let's be honest. What would we be able to do here? Are they out of... Is it a lighting thing, or are you made out of 2 different materials? How many do we have? How many candles? 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. I don't know what would give me the clue for this one. Can't use the telephone. Is that telephone even correct? Because like normally like you have to turn them and you don't really start on one of those, right? I don't... Is there like a second telephone maybe that I can pay attention to? I mean, I at least understand this room now, and I should be able to find this one again once I get like an epiphany. For now, I'm not quite sure. I did try the date where we started, right? Like the... obviously it would be written the other way around, so 1107. It's probably not like one of the codes that we have already had, right? Like 1128 doesn't really make sense to have here, right? Yeah, thought so. Maybe we can figure out when these were drawn. Maybe because like they're talking about like the chair that's like older than other things, but still, it's nice that we found this one. I'm gonna have to think on this one maybe next time. But it's nice that we at least figured something new out here. Again, I'm just testing at all of the rooms if I can light anything, which is why it's really funny that I found something like this. Oh, you can actually get items here if you find like other rooms. I didn't know that spread effect would work inside of here. That's neat. Anyway, I still need to decide on which item to check in. Can I put the treasure map in? I feel like I should put the treasure map in. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I feel like the treasure map is like the most unique item. It's like similar to the keys where I probably have to find like every spot once to fill like the different rooms. And if I get like the right room, then it's going to be like a permanent fixture like in the... and have it like in the bedroom. Okay, my thought now is maybe this has to do with like the long steps and the short steps or something like that. Maybe I have to count like which ones exist, like how often, because there are like a bunch of them with like short steps. Like this one, for example. It's always this person with like the short steps, right? But we have like different strides, like the really wide ones with like the horse, and maybe you and you have like the same length. Kind of hard to say. You have like long strides again. It's like always you. I'm kind of confused about this. Maybe there's like something I'm just missing right now. I might have to rewatch the visions. But in any case, I can't buy anything here. I'm gonna see in my notes if I have missed like any place where I might have been able to light a candle. I feel like I've definitely tried the dining room, right? Oh yeah, Baron Thomas Sinclair, but without an H. I don't know, I just know this spelling with an H and they are, you know, I have definitely made people called Thomas with an H in there, right? And not without, but I guess. Count Isaac Gates, those probably don't really help me either. J. Ari Jenner. Or Jenner, I don't know, but this is definitely where like the writing is quite different and I don't really know why. Right, like the rest all have like titles where I'm like, oh yeah, this is a count, this is a baron, this is a lord, baron again, mage. Okay, I mean, Major definitely is a title. I still am confused because I was thinking about like the notes in the office. I mean, we kind of solved that one, I think. But this one doesn't really... Wait, this is Baron? This is a Baron. This is a Lord? This is a Count. I thought maybe it would be like the same one, where this one could be construed to spell like Mayor, but the Mayor definitely is not spellable with like those letters. It makes sense, right? I am not quite sure about this one. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, and those candles don't seem light upable because we obviously can only light the ones that have the rubies inside of them. Probably not to distract us too much. Huh, another one of those telephones, and again, it seems kind of wrong, like at least to my understanding how those rotary telephones work. And the trophy room obviously taunted me again. I need to get that one, I need more gems, I need to pay attention to that next episode. I can pet 2 dogs at the same time, oh! I'm still not sure about like this one. Maybe I have to also be here to a specific time, which wouldn't be like too far into the future. Maybe I should do that when I'm looking around for stuff anyway. I mean, it could also be nothing, but you know, we had like a similar thing with the clock tower. Maybe I can steal like a gear from there. It would be funny if that's the solution. I need that one to solve the clock tower or something like that. Did you just get brighter? Did I imagine that? No, right? Did you just get brighter? Is something off here? Do we need like something? Does the fire go off again? I wouldn't know what to do now. If that's actually, like, it just feels so much brighter. Maybe I just imagined this? I'm gonna have to check the recording at the end. But something feels changed. You don't swing? Huh? I mean, it still kind of work, but why is the lighting changing on you? Huh? Huh? Something's off here. Maybe I should have sat here. I have no idea. Again, I feel like maybe I just imagined this getting brighter. I'm gonna have to check the recording because that... If I imagined this, then obviously it was like a timing thing where I was like so prepared that something happened and just felt like that, but... I mean, if that's the case and I'm leaving... I mean, I'm still confused about like the light here, right? Are you moving? Why are you moving? Why are the shadows moving? Huh? Something's off here. And again, like, the fireplace is like normally on, right? I'm not getting, like, I'm not going crazy, right? Something changed, that's for sure. Or did it? Okay, what happens if I leave again now? You still seem kind of bright. Okay, maybe nothing happened. I'm just imagining. Although this definitely looks kind of like a lock, right? I don't have a key that would fit. Maybe there's like a rock I can touch. I know I'm like overdoing this right now. I just figured out like a lot of stuff, like a lot of smaller things this run, and now I'm kind of locked in. Just because there are like so many clocks, and clocks have been taunting me for so long. Unless I can do something with you guys here. And I'm just missing it. Well, I would say I'm probably just going crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna just say, how about I leave? I don't think anything new happens here. This was just the telescope right now. I don't think that there's a candle in here that I would have been able to light, right? No, no candles as far as I can see. Oh, apple. Oh. Banana on a scale, but it weighs nothing. Okay, that's not how this is supposed to happen, but sure. I still have water here, in case I need to drink. And we can't turn on anything in here. Well, anyway, this has been a surprisingly successful run. I didn't expect to actually solve stuff and find new puzzles. I love doing that every once in a while, right? Like, this is to me a sign that I'm progressing, and this is also what keeps me going and finding like the motivation to continue playing this game, because obviously this game is amazing, and hopefully is going to continue, you know, going. I mentioned this like in the very beginning of the playthrough, and I'm gonna call it like a day, that I was worried that at some point like the whole randomness would get annoying, but I am still very much enjoying this. Obviously there are some runs where nothing really happens, but every single nugget of information that you're getting in like a run where you didn't actually expect to find anything is so wonderful and really gives me the motivation to continue, and I love this, right? And it's probably going to be another 20 or 30 episodes at least until I am done with this game, I feel. To be fair, I feel like at this point I should be halfway through, right? But you never know. Maybe there's like a second part to this game, who knows? Anyway, this is a garden shopping center. We need to find the cloister next time. I want to know what it means to actually go inside of the middle, because I was always so confused as to why there was like stuff in the middle that I couldn't interact with. So this is definitely something. I still need to solve like some of the puzzles. I need to find the other keys again. I need to move the workshop around to the right position. I need to get the tomb again and then get the her ladyship's quarters. Stuff like that. I'm looking forward to the next episode, and I hope you do too. Anyway, I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. I'll be seeing you next time. Till then, have a good one, and bye bye.